pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anything for community forum? Visitors declaration. Do I have a motion to adopt the, we are going to add 10.10. Resignation. We're going to get rid of 10.2. No, we're not. We're going to get rid of assistant boys basketball in 10.2. So do I have a motion to adopt the agenda with the corrections? Motion by Jamie.
I second.
Second by Terry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Communication and discussion items. Yeah. We're gonna go into executive session, South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-2, Section 1 Personnel. Do I have a motion to go in at 5:02? Motion by Ashley. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Herman. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. I'll ask that you guys leave. We'll come get you when we're done.
Okay.
Leslie?
Just a few celebrations. I want to congratulate the track team and for their successful seasons. They had good showings at the state track meet and golf meet. We were able to celebrate the end of the year with the staff that wanted to go to the bowling alley after the final in-service day. And we had about 20 staff members in attendance and had a nice gathering with everybody, and it was pretty fun. So students and teachers completed a teacher-student communication survey for our family engagement leadership team. We'll look at those results next fall and continue to work towards our communication goal there. And then at registration, we're gonna have a survey for the parents and what tools they use the most for communication, and then try to work on using those tools as a staff. That'll probably go out in August, and then if they hadn't taken it, then at registration, we'll discuss it. So, middle school, high school schedule was complete. We're still waiting on CTE. They haven't sent us their schedule yet, and so we may have to make some adjustments after that. It's an 8-period schedule. The student chats, even some of the family chats, suggested the students felt overwhelmed sometimes and needed more time to do their work. So we implemented putting in a full study hall into the schedule, that they had the option to take a full study hall. And a teacher will be supervising that along with our dual credit students at that time. And so that will, at least we're trying to meet them and see their needs, what they think are their needs, and see if we can come up with a study hall guidelines that we're going to follow, and hopefully implement them in each classroom. So moving from a 25-minute to a 50-minute study hall. 25 minutes, sometimes the kids just, I don't know if they didn't think that they could get something started and then finished in time, so maybe this will help that, I don't know. Kathy and I set the date for August 6th for new students and incoming 9th graders. We are going to have like a registration night, just talking about graduation requirements, showing them the school, especially if they're new students, and making sure their schedules are finalized and stuff before registration. So we're gonna work together on that. And the high school computers are in. Brandy, I don't know if she got them unboxed in Asset Take. I was at a conference yesterday, but we're gonna work on that. I'm setting up the Intune so when they pull in, they'll get all their policies, and hopefully that will be a smooth transition. And then, like I said, I attended the principal conference yesterday and Monday. Got a lot of good information and little things to try, and sat in some lawyer sessions, and so yeah, it was good, and networked with some new principals. So good opportunity there. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay.
Principal wise, we got all the schedules, curriculum, everything set for next year. The only real big change that we have is we'll be doing art and music next year in elementary. So we'll be doing, art will be the first and third quarters, and then music will be second and fourth. We wanted to match it up with, so like second quarter is usually for music has your concerts. So we want to make sure we have those and everything, but again, as much as we can to try and get them new and different things, and we could have art, music, PE, and all the above, you know, that's huge for us. And then we also are gonna mix in some technology stuff during their library time, so they get some technology stuff too, with Brandy, and so just trying to get them as much as we can adapted and through different things, so I'm excited for that. Superintendent-wise, windows in the elementary are done. They got done today, so they've been working on them pretty good here the past week or so. So they all got done. They look really nice. So that was nice to get those, and hopefully we don't have the leaks and different stuff that we've had in the past. So track right now is going to be graded next week. They just put in the sewer, the storm sewer. Actually today they were working on that. The playground is gonna be here tomorrow at 10, after they thought it was gonna be here Monday, so they'll get started on that hopefully this week, but probably next week for sure. And then, so like they were moving pea gravel and everything out here, you can see that, so. Kind of updates on the concession stand and stuff like that. They're gonna amend the concrete, and they're gonna amend the fencing contracts that we have with the companies. So the fencing is gonna end up going all the way around the football field. So the stuff that's outside the football field will be 6 feet, and then everything in front of the new grandstands and the concession stand will be 4 feet, that way just people can see. And then the concession stand is gonna go on that east side, and you'll have 6 stalls in the women's, and then we'll have, I think it's 3 urinals and 3 stalls in the men's, and then a big concession, and then storage will all be in there. And so that's why they'll amend everything, and so they'll have all the concrete and everything ready to go. And then all they have to do is build the concession stand, and then we're gonna do the bleachers by ourselves. So we'll get all the bleachers ordered, and then have somebody come and build them, and then everything should be good and ready to go for the spring then. Next year we are going through accreditation. I know I probably talked about that before. So I have started getting the folder done with everything, and so we have a conference, so they actually don't even come into the school. I just have a conference meeting with them in the spring just to go over everything, and then they'll tell us if we're on the right track or not. Everything we did last year, we should be good with lesson plans and everything like that, so I'm not really too worried. We should be able to get through it without any hiccups. So, and then right now, I am working on the special education plan, which is like 36 pages, and then the consolidated app, which is another 40 pages. So one of those we need to turn in the state, and the other one we'll have for the next board meeting to approve.
Okay. Any questions on any of that? All right, moving on, we didn't have a mid-central meeting. Fourth?
We had a core meeting, but nothing really new that I brought to you guys from previous meetings, so.
Okay. Any committee meeting reports?
Buildings and grounds, the 4-H was up here today and got the bus barn swept out. I don't know how many pounds of gravel, but it looks really nice. I walked through there after they were done and then watched a few buses.
That was awesome.
They did that today? Okay, because they did some work last week too, right? Yeah.
It was a big help.
2 weeks ago.
Or
Big
2
help.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Time flies.
And I think we've got a really big, chunk into like the surplus stuff all being put aside and the rest of it got rid of, so. Nice.
Thank you.
All right. I have a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Ashley, do I have a second? Second by Jamie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Reading and approval of policies. We have BCB board officers, BCD school board and superintendent relationship, BCD-E school board and superintendent relationship function, and BCE board committees.
I looked at all these, I went on the ASBSD site, and I looked at other schools. There was no changes at all on any of them. So all I did on there was make sure that it was reviewed for this board meeting, so there's no changes on there.
Anybody have any questions on the policies? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the 4 policies? Motion by Ashley, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Herman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Approve a para contract.
So we had the elementary, one-on-one para was open all year. So Emery White actually stepped in and kind of filled into that position as kind of a long-term sub. I had other people asking about paras, but they only wanted to do high school, and had no interest in doing the elementary one, so she was the only one that actually wanted to do it. And she ended up applying at the end of the year, and so she is getting hired as the elementary para.
Starting in August.
Starting in August, correct?
Do I have a motion to approve Emery White contract starting in August?
Motion.
Motion by Mason.
Sure.
Who was it? Herman? Who was it? Oh, boy, Mason and Herman. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Buying a car.
So I talked about how we're getting a new vehicle, but we do need to get it approved by you guys. It is sedan-ish, I would say. It is 4-wheel drive. It's gonna cost about $30,000 is what the end price is gonna be on it. So we don't need to go out to bids or anything like that, but we do need to get it approved by you guys. Well, it's like, it's,
Do you know what you're, like you have it
yeah,
already
it's a,
picked out?
yeah, it's already
What is it?
picked out. It's a Chevy. Hold on, make sure I got the right info. I'll tell you about it.
It's the same.
Is it the Equinox?
Yeah, it's Equinox.
I think it's the Equinox, yeah.
That's the damage.
Year? You know, year.
2025.
2025. Okay, do I have a, maybe I'll fix it.
All of it, fix it.
Do I have a motion to approve the 2025 Chevy Equinox?
Motion.
Motion by Ashley, do I have a second?
Second.
Herman?
I gave it to him
Are
like
there
2
any
months ago.
questions?
You guys can't remember the car from 2 months ago? Unbelievable.
Did you give it to us?
Yeah, I told you guys about it 2 months ago.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm gone.
What's going on?
Because then we're doing the Suburban in July.
Definitely don't know.
I think you're making it up. But we haven't recorded, so we can go back
I'll
and
get
check
the
it on
minutes.
it.
I'll get the minutes going.
And how much is your Suburban?
That one we have to bid out.
Thank goodness.
So we haven't.
Is this
So
re-
our transportation budget is
125?
125,000, something like that.
But
And
we're
so this
using,
will go this month, or, and
we're gonna use the
This
car
will
for
be
this
this year.
budget. Yep.
then
The
the
next
Suburban
one
will
will
be
be
the
next
next year.
Yes.
Does this
Does that make
replace the
sense to
old
you?
car?
This,
To you
no,
guys?
we're gonna keep using that car for driver's ed
With the new battery?
with the new battery.
So the car will stay.
So
We're
every
not
year
trading
we budget
anything in.
$125,000
The only thing we'll
for
trade in is the
transportation,
Suburban,
whether that's
but we'll go
our
over that in
cars, our
July.
buses, that kind of thing, so what he's doing now goes into this budget. July will start using the budget for that start.
And you still have a full 125,000 for that, for this year? Because we haven't bought anything.
Like, I'm trying to think, when did we get this last minibus? Was it at the start of the new year? That handicap one? But otherwise, they haven't had any accounts. Yeah.
That's why we wanna do it this year. so
It's
just
July.
get it this year.
Okay, any other questions? Are we good with Ashley and Herman? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Core comprehensive plan. What's that in?
It's the same thing that's every year.
Any changes?
No.
Can you explain for those who are don't know?
So the core comprehensive plan is the plan that they have for our special education students. It ranges from how you do IEPs, to parental rights, to everything. It pretty much just encompasses all of SPED. So we actually have our own comprehensive plan. But again, I said that needs to get updated on our end, because it's from 2021. So I'm updating that with all the changes. All of our stuff follows core. So I just have to update ours, and then we'll have our own core, or comprehensive plan. But we have to approve this one, just since we're with core and they're cooperative, so.
And this one actually comes from Core, like Core writes it, they send it to us, we just have to approve it as a board. And then, it has to be sent back to them that we approved it as a board. I have a motion to approve the Core comprehensive plan.
Motion.
Motion by Terry, a second. Second by Ashley, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Do you guys have a chance to look at handbooks?
Not real thoroughly.
I don't know.
Let's,
I'm sorry.
let's move it then.
Yeah,
Let's move it to next month.
We'll just add more to them. I mean, like, not to the, but we'll have another handbook, the tech handbook to look at then too.
Yeah, we'll have preschool too.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, approve open enrollments.
I have two. One going back into high school and then one going into second.
What grade in high school?
11.
I have a motion to approve an 11th grader and a second grader.
Our numbers are good for like second grade.
What are, do you know what our number is?
Yeah, we're good. Yep.
Motion. Motion by Terry,
Second.
second by Mason. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Resolution authorizing special election to move from a 7 board member to 5. I did earlier this month send you guys the codified law that pertains to this. Did you guys all get a chance to read it? We have been discussing this. What truly happens is next election, well, it would have to go to a vote of the public in August.
So depending on if you do it tonight, then my time frame, I'm gonna suggest August 5th, because the week before is a lot of 4-H stuff going on, so. To do it then, say you wanna still think about it and do it next month, it'd just be a month later.
But it has to fall on a certain amount of days,
Yeah,
60
Five.
to 60.
or 45 to 60
Yes.
So as long as we have to do it in that time period though.
And then what happens is the 2 board members that would go off next year, we just will not have an election. And then our elections would, in 2027, to take over again to replace whoever goes off in 2027.
So basically, then you just have to approve this resolution. The resolution, it says, be it resolved that the school board of the Wolsey Wessington School District 2-6 has authorized a special election on Tuesday, August 5th to change the number of members of the Wolsey Wessington School District 2-6 Board of Education from 7 members to 5 members as authorized under SDCL 13-8-3, effective as of the next annual school election. So if you do it tonight, then I've got that time frame that we have to have the election. So, or if you do it next month, so that date, depending on when you guys set it. I counted it out in case you did it tonight.
And not doing an election is that's our only option? Cause I know we had talked about like everybody rerunning if we did it, like,
I think,
They would just come off.
I think you could,
Rodney told me that they would just come off and then we would hold an election. So I think we have 2 board members, it honestly works out perfect, because you have 2 board members that get off next year. And then you'll have, I don't know, who would be up and running for 27? It'd be, I think, yeah.
so I guess you could either do it that way, or you could have everybody.
And I can talk to Rodney,
And then
but
at
he
the
said
next
the best
school board.
way that it would be would just to have your 2 come off and then hold an election on next year. Because then you still have different board members getting off at different times after that.
Or we can ask Rodney if you wanna have everybody go off, and then at that next school board
Because you don't wanna
election,
have 5
stagger.
board members all up in the same election.
Yeah,
You'd rather have it to where you're still staggered, to where you have 2 or 3 get it off.
Do it as a 2-2-1.
Yeah.
I just feel like we don't have the option to rerun, so. We don't have that option. if we do this.
We can talk to Rodney, see if we can do that, do this the next month, then have your election in September, and then see if everyone can just,
That's just my
Be
thought
done,
though,
and
and
then
so the
have a
rest of your
school board
thoughts
election.
too, please speak up.
because we've had that before too, where you've had to pick if you're gonna run for a 2-year term or a 3-year term.
Jeff has already volunteered to just be done. So he called me and said he wants to just be done.
Yeah, me and him are up for that.
Yeah.
So,
How would you feel?
whatever works best. I'm not a big feelings guy, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Okay.
You and Jeff are 26, you and Herman are 27?
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
so.
They got it.
And then you 3
Yep.
this year.
And then you 4 this year. Yep.
And really, it would have to pass a vote of the public first.
Right. Yeah, I get it, I'm just trying to think of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thoughts? Anybody?
Jeff says he wants to go with it, I'm good with it.
I mean, that doesn't mean you have to. I'm just saying Jeff called me and told me that he would be one that would.
Well, this would carry through till the end of the term, and then that would be.
What?
And then you would go to your end term,
Yeah.
and then if you wanted to reapply for school board the following year, you could.
Yes, I have no opposition to that at all.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the resolution authorizing special election to move from a 7-member board to a 5-member board?
Motion.
Motion by Jamie,
Second.
second by Mason. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We need to set a budget hearing and date and time.
I think what did,
This is a July 14th, doesn't work for Ashley and I, we have softball again. July, sorry. I mean, we can both be gone, and you guys can have the meeting.
Only if Jamie runs the meeting.
We already moved the July meeting at that.
No, we haven't.
Well, I asked. about
She
it.
did ask, but I
So
don't
that
think
makes
anybody.
sense.
So is July 15th okay with everybody, and we can just have the budget hearing and the board meeting at the same, on the same night?
And then you want to start it at 5:30?
If that's okay with everybody?
Whatever works for you.
We are doing it for the children. They have a
They didn't say.
softball game.
What time on the 15th?
If we can do 5:30, the budget hearing, and then we'll start the regular meeting at 6? If that works for everybody? Yeah, do I have a motion to set the next meeting, July 15th, or set the budget hearing for July 15th at 5:30? Motion by Ashley. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. By Herman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Surplus pole vault mats, high jump mats, carpet extractor, and
They're all down in the bus barn and they just, they got holes. I think mice were in one of the mats. So really,
We'll be buying all new things for trying.
Is that all that we're gonna have in surplus?
For right,
there's, for
for
now.
right now, and then we'll get the rest of it on, we have a whole list of stuff that we gotta, so.
But I thought I'd start with the
There's a-
sets I had
This is not
pictures of.
extensive
Oh,
enough.
no, there is a long list.
I could rattle off some more right now.
all right, do I have an approval, or do I have a motion to approve surplusing pole vault mats, high jump mats, carpet extractor, and scrubbers?
My motion.
Motion by Terry, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mason. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. 10.10, we received a resignation from Hayden Hooks for head basketball, head football, and his CTE contract effective immediately. Do I have a motion to approve those resignations?
My motion.
Motion by what's in his contract? There is a liquidated damages in his contract. It's $500 as of today.
No. Because if we do it for one, then if somebody else does it, we have to do it for them. That negates having us have it in general.
Can you read his resignation letter out loud then?
We haven't been writing resignation letters for a couple of months. We changed it.
Okay,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mason. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. I have a motion to adjourn at 5:53.
Motion.
Motion by Herman, second by Ashley. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.